Welcome to Surviving Wokeland with Ethan Quinn, a channel dedicated to exposing and explaining the ideology driving wokeness. The southern border of the United States is experiencing what can only be described as a silent invasion. Thousands of illegal immigrants are streaming across the border daily, hundreds of thousands each month, and more than 3.8 million since Biden took office.
That illegal crossing we were showing you, that went on for 2 hours straight. Border Patrol has been bringing buses in for the last 2 hours, trying to get them out and process them as fast as they can.
Despite the fact that illegal immigration is out of control, the popular woke opinion is that anyone opposing illegal immigration is just a racist. People should be able to enter the U.S. if they want to.
Most importantly, if you have an extra room or suite in your home, please consider hosting a family. Safe housing and shelter is our most pressing need.
This is, of course, nothing more than woke gaslighting. Securing a country's borders has nothing to do with racism, but is vitally important. Here are 7 reasons why. 1. National security. Secure borders are essential to protect a country's citizens and assets from external threats. Without proper border control, individuals with malicious intentions, such as terrorists or criminals, can easily enter a country and carry out harmful activities.
Because there's a 0 terrorist attacks in Poland. Why? Because there is no illegal migration in Poland.
2. Sovereignty. Borders symbolize a country's sovereignty and control over its territory. Maintaining secure borders is a fundamental aspect of asserting a nation's independence and self-governance. 3. Economic stability. A country's economic stability depends on its ability to regulate trade and commerce. Secure borders enable governments to manage imports and exports, collect taxes, and ensure the fair flow of goods and services, which is crucial for economic growth and stability. 4. Public health. Secure borders play a critical role in safeguarding public health. Governments can implement measures to prevent the spread of diseases and control the movement of potentially infected individuals during health crises like pandemics. 5. Social cohesion. Controlled immigration and border security help maintain social cohesion by ensuring that new arrivals integrate into society gradually and responsibly. This can reduce the strain on social services and prevent potential conflicts. 6. Rule of law. Governments have a responsibility to enforce their laws and regulations within their borders. Secure borders enable effective law enforcement, allowing authorities to uphold justice, protect citizens' rights, and maintain order. If you allow people to enter illegally, you are telling them that you don't take your own laws seriously. So why should they? If someone can come in illegally, why should they then behave legally? 7. Resource management. Secure borders allow governments to manage and allocate their resources effectively. This includes controlling population growth, distributing public services, and protecting natural resources. Most of the time, Biden does not know what planet he is on, and the rest of the time he blatantly lies to the American people.
Mega Republican congressman of my predecessor spent 4 years gutting the immigration system under my predecessor. They continue to undermine our border security today, blocking bipartisan reform.
When Biden took office, he immediately repealed many of the steps Trump had put in place to stop illegal immigration. He has also gone out of his way to stop states from independently securing their borders.
On my first day in office, I sent an immigration reform bill to the Congress, one that recognizes immigrants' contributions to this country, provides a pathway to citizenship for dreamers, temporary status holders, farm workers, and others.
Meanwhile, here in the state of Texas, Texas is trying to stand its own ground without the help of the federal government. The video you're looking at here in El Paso, as Texas National Guard soldiers continue to use razor wire and physical manpower to try to block large masses of migrants trying to enter the United States illegally. That group of migrants waiting in the Rio Grande, expecting to be led into the country.
Not only are illegal immigrants allowed to enter the U.S., but they are actively encouraged to do so by being offered sanctuary, housing, food, and in some cases, even financial allowances.
So the Biden administration's solution, rather than keep them out or put them back, the solution is this. They are now giving work permits to 500,000 Venezuelans that are here illegally.
When Biden took office, he swore an oath to protect the U.S. and to defend the Constitution. But his policies on the border have put the country's national security, sovereignty, economic stability, public health, social cohesion, rule of law, and resource management at risk.
Take a look at this video out of San Diego yesterday afternoon. What you're looking at is 3 unmarked white Border Patrol buses. They pull up and they start releasing several hundred illegal immigrants to city streets and sidewalks in San Diego across from a transit terminal. People were on this bus from as far away as China and Pakistan. And keep in mind, these buses are not from Texas. They're not Greg Abbott's buses. These are the Biden administration's buses. This is Border Patrol mass releasing people. You can see handfuls of them are standing around not knowing where they are, what to do, where to go next. And there was a remarkable exchange between one migrant and a Border Patrol agent as he asked the agent, "Hey, am I okay to travel to Chicago?" And the agent says, "Yep, you're good to go." Take a listen.
You're free to go. You can call. You can do whatever you want. You're free to.
Okay, it's no problem if I go to Chicago.
Do whatever you want. You're free to.
It is the government's primary duty to secure its borders, to ensure the well-being and safety of its citizens, and to maintain the overall stability and functionality of the nation. So we must ask, why is Biden ignoring the border crisis, lying about it, and encouraging illegal immigration?
First, we put in place policies that process people in a fair and fast way. Second, we're significantly expanding legal pathways for entry so businesses can get the workers they need. Families don't have to wait for a decade to be together.
The answer is very simple. This is an intentional invasion. The political divide in the U.S. has, for a very long time, been almost equal between Democrats and Republicans. As woke liberal policies continue to destroy cities, jobs, and the nation, there is a risk of a voter switch towards the Republican Party. To counter this threat and subvert the democratic will of the citizens of the country, the Democratic Party is simply bringing in new voters.
I've also directed my team to make a historic increase in the number of refugees admitted from Latin America.
These new illegal voters are fast-tracked into citizenship and given voting rights.
We've launched outreach campaigns helping over 1 million eligible migrants apply for work permits. And we're accelerating the process for work permit applications. Right now, most migrants have to wait 6 months after filing the claim before they can go to work.
And are strategically placed in swing states, can ensure that the scales are artificially tipped towards the Democratic Party. And the more illegal votes stream in, the more likely the scenario becomes that the U.S. will effectively become a single-party state. Once the threat of losing power is gone, the Democratic Party, which should, for all intents and purposes, be called the Socialist Party of America, will implement drastic and disastrous changes to the law, repealing constitutional protections such as the right to bear arms, freedom of speech, and even private property rights. We have already seen liberal states effecting these policies with little regard for the Constitution. The U.S. has the most powerful military the world has ever seen. If Biden was serious about ending the border invasion, as is his constitutional obligation, he could deploy the military to the border. As soon as people realize they cannot get in, they will stop coming. Socialism is being forced onto the American people in the false name of humanitarianism, and anyone who attempts to stop it is labeled as a far-right extremist, racist, or bigot. The citizens of the U.S. need to wake up to the woke gaslighting and realize what is happening. Everything that makes the U.S. free and prosperous is being eroded to make way for an authoritarian, socialist regime. That's a wrap for today's video. If you found this exploration of wokeness enlightening, please share this video. If you have thoughts or experiences to share, kindly leave a comment below. You can also support this channel by downloading my book, Ministry of Truth: How Propaganda Fuels the Culture War. And please join me every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday as we learn how to survive Wokeland together. Until then, this is Ethan Quinn saying, stay free,